Hey guys, good morning, happy hump day, and welcome to this next iced coffee date. So today I'm going to give you all the details of week 2 of my 12-week cut. I have a few notes here to keep me on track. All right, so we'll just start at the beginning. So week 2 in the cut, I think things are going okay. I guess we could go high, low, high. That's always kind of fun. So I guess the high is that there is some progress. I went to CrossFit last week, maybe Thursday last week. I weighed in, and it was only one data point, but the scale was down 2 pounds, which could mean anything, honestly, because I feel like 2 pounds in 2 weeks is a lot of weight loss. And that is not ideal for me. I want to see slow and steady progress, because if I'm seeing those big drops, it means I'm not eating enough or I am losing muscle. I mean, I could be losing fat too, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. And my plan moving forward is to not cut my calories anymore. So staying within that 21 to 2,300 range, I'm just gonna stay there. And I think this is also, I don't wanna say an issue, but I haven't been able to work out. So that's interesting too, because if I am trying to be in a calorie deficit and I'm adding in that exercise, in theory, I'm gonna lose more weight too. So again, not gonna drop my calories anytime soon, because I haven't even really been able to work out. I worked out Thursday at CrossFit, and I was actually feeling pretty good at that point. And then I don't know if I did too much, or I feel like I did a workout on Saturday, but yesterday my hip felt terrible, and today it does not feel good. So I'm gonna do maybe a walk, and then the ladies for Fit and Fueled are starting Strong Made Simple, so I want to do it with them, and I might just focus on like upper body exercises or body weight exercises. I just feel like the thought of lifting something heavy is just not happening right now. Like the workout at CrossFit today was like power cleans and I don't know, a few other things that I was like, I can't do that right now. It just hurts too much to lift things heavy. I can do things, I just can't do everything that I want to do. So it's so frustrating when you can't work out. And not even coming from a like, oh, I want to lose weight. It's more, I don't want to lose muscle, but also I just miss it. Just miss seeing my friends at the gym and getting out of the house and all that. So, okay, as far as consistency goes, since this is a update and consistency check-in, because it's all about consistency and what I'm doing here to make sure I'm getting to my goals and getting the results that I want. So I tracked my food 6 out of 7 days. Saturday, I was a little, I tracked some things, but I didn't track the whole day. And then we went to a friend's house. We had this amazing Mediterranean dinner. We had some wine. And honestly, I just didn't really track it. I was just having a good time. But that Mediterranean meal, it was all super healthy stuff. It's like kind of how I normally eat. I didn't have a ton of wine by any means. So I feel like I was probably fine there, but I'm okay with like taking a day off here or there to still be consistent. So I tracked most days, my calorie range. I was probably in my calorie range 5 or 6 days out of the week for sure. Yesterday, Easter, almost positive I wasn't within my calorie range, because I had some pound cake with frosting, I had a bunch of candy, I had some cookies last night, I had all sorts of stuff yesterday, in addition to healthy food too, but I was probably over my calories yesterday. I don't know, I didn't really track. So again, somewhat consistent, but not as consistent as last week. And then I did hit my protein goal 5 out of 7 days, so we'll take it. I think there is some level of consistency there, but new week, hopefully I can get it together. And even though I didn't fully track those days, I don't think I just went off the rails and just didn't actually track it. I don't really totally know what I ate, but I think there was some level of consistency there, so I'll take that. And I think, yeah, I'm just gonna keep trucking along at the same calories, because the goal here at a cut is to eat as much as possible, but while still losing weight. And it's only been one weigh-in over the course of 2 weeks, and yeah, the scale was down 2 pounds. I could have been dehydrated. I could have been at a part of my cycle where there's less bloating. There could have been a million reasons for seeing that number go down. So we'll take that data and run with it, and I'm just gonna keep my goals where they are as far as the calories go. And then also, I got the opportunity to work with Nutrisense again. They are the CGM people, and CGM is a continuous glucose monitor. So in the past, I definitely had blood sugar issues. I was super duper stressed out. I had low cortisol. I was doing the Orange Theory thing. I was writing a book. I was doing the FDN training. Like, my blood sugar was a hot mess. Oh, not sleeping, we'll add that in there, or waking up in the middle of the night a bunch. So I definitely had sleep issues in the past. And then the last time I used the CGM, I'm almost positive I was on prednisone, and prednisone will 100% affect your cortisol, which will affect your glucose. So again, like, the last time I used this, like, I think the data was probably helpful, but being off prednisone, I'm really excited to see like what is going to happen here. And I do have some quote unquote bad habits that I want to see how it really affects my blood sugar. So I have a list here, like cold brew on an empty stomach, cold brew after a workout, and then cold brew with a meal to see how that will affect things. I want to see how adrenal cocktails affect my blood sugar. My obsession with those late July chips, I probably eat way too many of those. Rice cakes, like I know rice cakes are like a health food and healthy, but I'm pretty sure that it'll spike the crap out of my blood sugar. So I got to check that. I'm going to try some fasted workouts to see if there's really a difference. Whey protein to see what goes on with that. And then the other day I was eating some coconut, and coconut is high in fat but high in fiber. So I'm curious to see what that will do to my blood sugar. So I have a few little like body tests I'm going to do over the next 2 weeks. But my goal is to use the CGM as far as weight loss goes. So you do get assigned a dietitian when you sign up. So I'm going to ask her, kind of like pick her brain, you know, see what the best practices are for using a CGM to lose weight. And I think in theory, you just want to mitigate the spikes in blood sugar. Like, you just want to keep your blood sugar as steady as possible. So like eating protein, fat, fiber, and then carbohydrates that are maybe like low glycemic, or just putting your carbohydrates around movement and exercise, just to, you know, balance things as best as possible. So I'm excited to do it. I've used Nutrisense in the past, so I have an idea of like what things are going to look like. But like I was saying, there's a few things in my life now that I do on the regular, and I am curious, like, is this spiking my blood sugar? What is going on here? So last night I put it on. So it's like a little like sensor on the back of your arm here. It's like super, super easy, but it's like the little thing, and it's basically testing the interstitial fluid in between your cells. So that's how it's getting reading. It's not like in your skin testing your blood, but it like doesn't hurt or anything like that. But you wear it for 2 weeks. You can exercise with it. You could shower with it. You could probably swim with it. I just wouldn't do like a ton of swimming because it's just like a diesel like sticker covering the little sensor. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what it's going, or how it's going to respond with like certain habits and things like that I do. But I put it on last night, mostly because I had eaten a bunch of Easter candy. I had a couple of cookies like right before bed, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is probably spiking my blood sugar. I wonder if like, because what happens when your blood sugar spikes, it's almost like your body, like your pancreas, like overcompensates with the amount of insulin that it puts out. So it sends out all this insulin, gets the glucose into your cells and whatnot. But then a lot of times you'll see a blood sugar crash. And that's what wakes you up in the middle of the night if you have blood sugar issues going on. So I know the first day of the sensor, it's always kind of like getting used to you and like calibrating. So it's not always the most accurate data. But I did take a reading before I went to bed, and my blood sugar went up to like 120 or something like that. And then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with low blood sugar, 100%. So that was interesting. And I know maybe the data's not totally right the first 24 hours, but it's good enough data that I should not be eating cookies and chocolate and all this stuff right before bed, which in my head I knew, but now I have the data, and I'm going to try to do something with like a little bit more substance if I need a snack before bed, and not go for the Easter candy and cookies and all that. So I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. All right, guys, I've rambled on enough. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that update. But yeah, in sum, I saw progress on the scale. I guess that's good. I'm hoping it's not like a ton of muscle, but when you're in a fat loss phase, like, you can't really control how much fat, how much muscle you're losing. I mean, of course, you could strength train, you can eat enough protein to maintain that muscle, but I haven't really been able to work out. It's so annoying. So keeping my calories where they are, 21 to 2,300. Gonna continue to track. Hit that protein goal, just be as consistent as possible, and yeah, just hoping I can get back to the gym at some point. I'm gonna go for a walk today, and then probably do the upper body parts of Strong Made Simple, and I don't know, hopefully I didn't ruin my fitness career by whatever the heck I did to myself. All right, guys, happy Monday, have a good day.